Al, we're kicking off October by returning to a game that we both enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just had some recently released downloadable content that adds to the story. But is
Mm-hmm.
also from the original game as well, so you would have hoped that it would have came here at some point, and it did finally.
Well, the original ish,
Ish.
because it came later, but
Ish ish.
it was with the PS2 version.
Well, now you don't have to buy a completely new version of this game to play this.
Yay!
So there you go. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc, Al, and Ladium.
Hello.
This is episode 354, and we are going to be talking about the Separate Ways DLC for Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not the original, because I haven't played that version.
No, you've only played the original of the RE4 vanilla.
Correct. Yeah, this basically, like we talked about a few weeks back when we discussed the Nintendo Direct and State of Play that happened on the same day. They announced this alongside the release date for the VR mode for RE4 and also some Mercenaries updates. This came out on the 21st of September
Mm-hmm.
for $10 dues.
$10 dues.
A lot, cheaper than I was expecting, honestly.
No, same. I definitely expected it to be like 20.
Mm-hmm. It's not. It's
But
not. It is not a long DLC though.
no, it's not. And it wasn't long in the original version either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's basically just filling in gaps.
Correct. Uh. So yeah, this came out is getting some. It's gotten some reviews, which is interesting. It currently has on the Metacritic an 89 out of 100 on PC and 88 out of 100 on the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions. So there is that. Not a whole lot about the development of this or anything, so we can't really dive into that, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, this is a piece of content that was in the original version of Resident Evil 4 when they ported it to the PlayStation 2 and other platforms as well. It's basically, if you played a version of RE4 that is not the GameCube version, you've probably played a version of this game that has this involved, unless it's like something super weird like the Zebo version or one of the random phone versions, maybe. I don't know. But one of any of the modern re-releases of RE4
It has it.
has had this in it.
Yeah.
And basically all the other content that was in it as well. So yeah, this is a new remake version of that, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
where you get to hang out as Ada and find out what she's been up to this whole time while Leon's off doing his thing.
And she kind of looks like a creeper several times.
She does.
Yeah, she's just like stalking Leon. It's like, whoa.
I made the, depending on who you might ask, the unfortunate good idea or mistake of keeping Leon and Ashley in costumes I had when I was just playing the game regularly.
Perfect.
So Leon's just in his the jacket, the casual jacket outfit,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had an eye patch as well. And I was like, I didn't remember that. It's just very funny. And then
That's
Ashley's
good.
just running around in the suit of armor. Also
That
very funny.
that makes it really funny.
Yes.
God.
Yeah, the suit of armor doesn't really do much in this DLC. It's just cosmetic here.
Still funny though.
It is still funny. I for some reason I decided to play this on standard difficulty. I was like, oh wow, I'm not playing this on the easy mode. This is definitely harder than I remember.
No.
And also I don't have all my upgraded weapons and everything and full health immediately, and so I can't just be like blah 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 blah. I have to actually play carefully and know what I'm doing. I can't just be dumb.
I played it on easy mode
You
because
made
like
you made the smart decision.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
It was I don't remember there being any kind of difficulty in original RE4 or Separate Ways.
That
So
I feel like that tracks.
Yeah, so but I remember the separate ways was more difficult just by default
Hmm. What was
than
it?
the original
Did they have
RE4.
like besides like there was like probably like the standard difficulty for like the original and then like professional? Was that just the only two difficulties you got in the original,
That
or?
that sounds right, but I think it was because of the like weaponry and because Ada like took more damage that it was a lot more difficult than RE4 in the original, but don't quote me on that.
And probably as well just because like it's shorter,
Yeah.
they want to make it a little bit more difficult to kind of like pad out the length of it a little bit more than if it was just traditional difficulty, or maybe we're just bad. Who
I
knows?
mean, I am bad, but that's
I did miss out on all of you on your getting scared and spooked this time around.
yeah. You you definitely missed me like panicking about the not friend shaped guys because I was like, there's one that's gonna come out of the freezer. It's gonna come out of the freezer, and then it didn't, and
I
it
also thought
was
that as well. I was like, all right, let me walk around here very slowly in the freezer. I was like, oh, that's there's nothing here.
nothing in there.
There was one. I don't know if you had this on your difficulty, but like on my difficulty, there was one you had to fight. Like the last one you fought, it had like 8 of those things you have to shoot in it, and I was like, what
Yep.
is this?
I I'm not even gonna lie to you. I cheated on that
How'd you cheat?
because if you do aim assist in the menu,
Oh.
there's like a snap version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I panicked when I saw all those things because I had gone in there earlier to turn it off because I was annoyed by it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But then when I saw like 8 of those things in there, I was like, pause, snap assist. Okay, let's go. And
That is smart.
then I just turned it right back off when I finished with him.
I saw him down the hallway, and I just prepped to shoot. I was like, why do you have so many of those? What are you doing?
He's just full of them.
He's full of them.
Why does your mom let you have 8 big thingies
Well,
in your
he is the
body?
friendliest friend, so
Is he?
yeah, he's got so much more things inside of him to love.
I don't know about that.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, I'm sad that we didn't get to like chill and play together because that is fun.
mm-hmm.
Um, I was also playing this while I was like COVID vaccinated,
Yes.
so that was also a thing I was having to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another reason why I was like, what if I just play on the easy
Yeah.
difficulty?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was pretty interesting playing this with like 102 fever.
I bet. Yeah.
Um, I mean, there are worse things you could do with 102 fever.
It's true. That is true. Um, Gameplay wise is basically still the same. There's definitely some parts for the added stuff for Ada specifically, mostly involving like her grapple hook. Because
Hmm.
like she can grapple around to various places to get up higher and everything, but also she can use that on enemies to get closer to them, to melee them, or like to rip shields
Remove their
off of, which
shields.
is very nice
Oh,
as well. But like,
love it.
um, for the most part, it is still the same RE4 remake gameplay, which is still very very good. So
Very good.
no complaints there or anything.
I think the big thing that is worth mentioning about this, which is not something that was really the situation with the original game, is that a lot of people are upset about certain things being cut from RE4 Remake.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that got cut from RE4 Remake, for the most part, made it into separate ways on Ada's side.
Right.
So like the oh shoot, I always forget its name. It's like U something.
You
Um,
Soldier Boy, tell them.
U3, U3. The U3 boss fight is there in a different form, but still there as Ada. You get the laser like matrix room as Ada. You get the like what are those things called? It's like ski lift,
Yeah, sure.
but not exactly ski lift. You get that sequence with Ada. So like all of those things that people were like, "Where's this?" in the original RE4, like Ada got it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is smart. I mean, people were a little salty about that, and I was like, I'm fine because the U3 fight sucked. For one, I'm glad that they made it not suck in this one. Um, but it was there and it was good.
It
Um,
existed.
it existed, and the laser thing was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't die, which is good. And then we had the like unbeatable guy that just showed up that was definitely not in either version.
He's just there for you to run away.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, hello.
All right,
That
run
guy's definitely
away,
not friend
get
shaped.
lasered.
Yeah, you just get cut to pieces, my guy.
Ouchie.
Um, I didn't realize I could run behind me when I was playing, and so I like tried to run around him, and he chomped and ate me, and I was like, oh,
Nom 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 nom.
well, that's not right. So that
That's
was a
how they get
bummer.
you.
No, 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 no.
Nom 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 nom.
But yeah, he's definitely not friend shaped.
No, not a
Um,
friend like our other friends.
I mean, they're not friends either.
What?
Um, you also don't have, I mean, you can unlock it, but you don't have Ada running around in like the really ridiculous Chinese dress.
I just feel like it doesn't look as bad in this as it did in the original.
It doesn't. It's still bad.
They also gave her her RE2 look as well,
They did.
so you can have
Um,
that, and then also they give you like the other characters, you get funky customization options as well, like hair color,
mhm,
glasses, and other accessories if you want to use that sort of stuff.
yeah. Um, and you could also change Wesker's look.
Which is very weird because he's like barely here. I mean, he's
Uh,
more prominent in this than he is in the original game, but
right.
also just like, do you want Wesker in a jacket or not?
Um, also thought it was funny that his voice actor was just like, I'm gonna say Luis in like the whitest way possible. I was like, yeah,
Lewis.
Lewis. I was like, Wesker would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lewis.
Lewis.
I was like, it's not Lewis, it's Luis. Um,
Exactly, Lewis.
that being said, I do think that Ada's voice actress did better with this one than she did in the original game. Like, I wasn't a huge fan. I wasn't like one of the weird ones on Twitter that decided to like run her off.
Right.
Um, but like I didn't love her voice acting in the RE4 remake, but she was definitely a lot better in this one. So I don't know if she got better direction or just had more time or what happened, but I enjoyed her voice a lot more this time.
And obviously it helps that you get like more of it here.
Yeah, yeah, you get to hear her a lot more obviously because she's your player character.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I definitely was like, okay, okay. I see what you're cooking here, lady. Fine with it.
Not enough agent.
Not enough agent. I agree with you. Why are they depriving us of that quality agent content?
It's true.
Why? I don't
Disappointing.
understand.
Disappointing.
Very disappointing. Basically, get agent in his final scene that we got in RE4 remake as it was. Um, that's it. And we're
Yep.
just headcanoning that that's
Yeah,
agent.
exactly.
We've decided that that's agent. That's the start of their friendship.
I couldn't remember if this was in the original ending or not, but I thought there was a scene with Wesker where like you see his like big computer setup where it shows the lady from 5 on his
Um,
screen.
that was in this one or that was in the original?
That was in this one.
Oh,
I could have
Sheva?
been. I no, the villain, the villain lady.
Oh, oh,
I could have been wrong and just didn't see it correctly, but I thought that's what I saw. But again, I could. It was like a 1 second glance, and I was like, "Huh," and it was gone. So I was like, "Maybe this is the thing." I haven't went back and like confirmed or denied it yet. So
well, they definitely extended the final scene because you get to see like the boat, um, like show up after the helicopter goes
mhm.
away.
Yeah,
And
my
then like
secret
Wes
boat.
West. Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Because like at first I was like, what are they trying to hint at here? Like, is this Revelations? Because I was on a boat, but no, it was just Wesker on a boat for no reason.
Is a boat hideout. That's how he's able to get back and forth so quickly.
Tracks. Um, are you talking about the big booba lady from Five?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. I don't remember seeing her,
I
but I could be
again, I could
wrong.
have been wrong. So who knows?
Um, but I also had a fever of 102, so.
That is also true. You
Ooh,
were definitely hot blooded. Check it and see.
God. I wasn't that high.
No, you weren't.
Um, I'm gonna see if anybody's talked about it on the internet.
No one's ever talked about anything on the internet. What are you talking about? Never could have happened.
Okay, well, as a quick at a quick glance, I don't see anything, but that doesn't mean it's not the case. Because I just looked for like 10 seconds.
True.
Um, got to hang out with the merchant in this, which was good.
Yeah.
He was a fun guy.
I like how there's lines where he talks about like selling. He's like secretly selling things to you, so Leon doesn't know.
Yeah,
This is very funny.
his other customer. It's really good. I don't remember that. I don't remember even getting to hang out with him in the original, but it's been forever since I
It's been a while.
have played that, so. But I feel like you didn't. I don't think you got to hang out with him. But especially like now you get the quests and all from him, which I'm so mad I still missed one, but
Yeah, I missed two.
you missed two.
I missed the first one entirely somehow. I do not know how I missed that first one entirely.
I don't know how you did either.
And then the second one, I think, or the last one, I forgot. I didn't do. I just completely forgot about doing so.
The one I missed was the bugs.
Yeah, I think there's a second one you have to do. A second bug
Second.
one.
Well, it's the one that's like at the defense line
Mm-hmm.
where like all the guns and stuff are.
Yeah.
You have to like hide behind stuff so that you don't get shot to death.
That's. I think that's the one I didn't do because
Okay, yeah,
I just
because
forgot about it. It's just like because everything else was going on.
well, I just assumed that they would show up because they usually do. They're just like, "Well, hey, I'm a bug."
No, they're camouflaged.
They're camouflage. You have to like actually find them. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I didn't know
Got to
that.
pull out your thermal scope.
I didn't know that. Had no idea."
That's how they get you.
Got me. What a what a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, merchant. I actually love you. I would never. I would never actually call you a jerk. No.
Never call the merchant a jerk. He's a good feller.
He is friend shaped. He's the real friend.
Yeah, just like our other friends.
No, they're not friends.
Mm-hmm. They're very good friends.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Don't be hating on our friends.
I will hate on our friends
How dare you?
forever. Way forever. Oh God, I'm getting honked at outside because of my opinions.
It's true.
Um,
They're friends.
not friend shaped. No, no, no,
Don't
no,
hate
no.
our friends.
No, 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 no.
I thought I was going to have to do the final sequence again because thought I was going to run out of time.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I think I finished it with like 4 seconds to go.
Oh boy. Cutting it close.
It was scary. And at one point I was just like one of those big boys showed up. I'm like, I ain't got time for you, and I just ran by him.
That's smart. I think I fought everything. That's probably why I was just like, time.
Yeah, but did you get there with like 4 seconds to go?
it was a small amount of time.
Yeah, it was dicey.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I saw that guy. I was like, nah, I ain't got time for you. I gotta go.
See ya.
He's like, wait a minute, no,
I came all the way up here
come
just to
back.
fight.
What are you doing? I gotta go. I've also seen some internet speculation on some of Ada's perspectives, I guess, and
Mm-hmm.
reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know that I would agree with them entirely, but I can see where they're coming from. That like a lot of people are reading it as Ada is jealous a lot in this, and it's like, I don't think so, but I can see where you're coming from. That like she's jealous of like the attention that Leon's giving Ashley. But I will say we do get a moment of growth from Ada because initially she's like, man, the president's daughter, I don't care about her. And then by the end, when she actually like runs into her, she's like, "Oh, hi, you're a person. I,
Oh, hey,
I,
how's it going? Nice
I
suit of
should,
armor.
I should probably protect you a little bit, huh? Okay, cool.
Now you got the suit of armor on. You're good.
You're good. You're good. You'll survive all these explosions and stuff."
Yeah, no worries.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. What's your read on it?
I don't know. It just felt more like Ada being Ada.
She's just so weird about him that like it's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Um, because even in like RE4 remake, just plain, like I got a lot less of the whole like there was a thing between them because Leon's very obviously off at her
Very
as he should
salty.
be, as he should be. Like he has every right to be mad at her. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I get the whole like jealous reading from it. I think she's just that's how Ada is.
Yeah.
She's just not really full of emotion. She doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. We'll put it that
No.
way.
Not at
And
all.
no, 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 no. And Leon and Ashley both are more heart on sleeve humans.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Still think it's hilarious that he's like, this is where we go our separate ways. It's so funny. I don't know. I don't know what beautiful person decided to put that in the localization, but I'm proud of you.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Having Leon say that's the best. Um, and I don't know where she got the teddy bear keychain because I definitely didn't buy the teddy bear keychain from the merchant.
I didn't either. It was too expensive.
Too expensive. And there were things that were better. It's like I'm not spending like 70,000 or whatever it was for that. No, get
Sorry,
out of here.
merchant. Maybe on New Game Plus.
Maybe, but like where'd she get the teddy bear keychain for the?
She just has one around.
Oh,
That was
okay.
a spare the merchant had.
Oh, okay, okay. Just in case she broke one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That makes sense. She has a personal one and a work one.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, I did think it was funny that we could have like an Ada figure
Yeah.
on our thing case. That's the word I'm looking for.
Just gotta have a figure of yourself hanging out.
Yeah. Did you try um I think the only weapon that was really different besides the grappling gun was like that it's not a dart gun, but it's a or did they gave that to Leon, didn't they?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
The crossbow.
Crossbow. Because the crossbow was something she had in separate ways.
I used it a little bit, but mostly just to get like the challenge done for it. And then after that, I was like, I'm good.
There was a challenge for it?
It was like blow up X amount of enemies with it or something.
Oh, I must have. Did I do that?
I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't.
Maybe I didn't. It took up too much space.
It did take up a lot of space. You're right.
It took up so much space. Um, yeah, it was weird. Like Wesker was like he like popped in that one time at the house.
He's like, hey, what's up?
He was like, "Hey,
Do your job.
you're doing a bad job. You got to do better."
All right, later.
Bye. And it's like, how did you get here and why are you here? And if you're here, why am I here? Like, you do this job.
And then he does it again later on and just like, what? Get out of here, dude.
Go away.
Stop being weird.
Albert Wesker being normal challenge impossible.
Impossible. Only time he's been normal is in the FMV opening of Resident Evil 1.
It's true.
He combs his hair.
I don't remember him the second time. When was the second time?
What do you mean the second time?
You said that he showed up again after the like village leader's house.
I feel like I think he does at some point later in the game. I just don't remember exactly where it is.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I just remember him like showing up and then immediately leaving again.
No, that makes sense.
You,
And oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say at one point we have to do like a fetch quest for Luis.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, I gotta make medicine."
Please go get all these medicine supplies for me. And you're like, all right.
All right. And then somehow Ada just gets rid of the Las Plagas by herself
She just
without
vomits
having...
it up.
Like, how do you do that?
She's just that good.
This thing's like, I can't handle being in this lady. Blech. She's too powerful. And she stomped on it with her heels, and I'm pretty sure that's somebody Spanish somewhere.
Yeah, 100%.
What were you gonna say before I went on this weird tangent?
There was a quest where you got to do a little fishing.
Oh, fishing.
You got to catch a big whopper.
Yeah.
A lunker.
A lunker, but I was sad because there's only one.
There's other fish you can get. You just got to find them. Because like once you when they spit you out like before the courtyard of the castle, there's that little like, I think there's like a pagoda and there's like a little water feature around it, and there's little fishies in there you can stab.
Oh shit!
And get some fishies that way. It's just basically it's the same thing you can do in original RE4 remake, but they were there as well, and I was like, ooh, fish.
Fish. But there is a lunker.
There is a lunker.
I got him. I felt bad because he was just chilling.
And the merchant's like, I will take this lunker, please, and thank you.
He was a big boy.
He was. I had to like free up some space to get him in my inventory when I found him.
Oh no!
And I was like, oh, you're too big.
Too big.
You are a lunker.
Oh man. That would be wild for me to figure out how to like rotate between stabbing fish and getting the lunker.
I think it's too far apart.
I think so too. It would have to be like two separate saves.
But it's also like 3 fish total. Like 2 in the courtyard and then the lunker, and that's it.
That's not good.
No.
Oh, bummer. But there is fishing.
There is technically, yes.
Technically there's fishing. Yeah, that fish is a big boy.
He was a big boy.
Large boy.
I did think that we were going to see at the end, because of how Ada changes her mind on Wesker and everything, that we would see Wesker start like his project of cloning Ada or all that sort of stuff that happens in 6.
Mm-hmm.
But that does not happen. It's just him on his boat going, I'm going to kill everyone.
Didn't he like retrieve Krauser's body?
Yes.
So that's interesting, and I don't know what that's going to play out to be.
He's got it for fun.
I'm not sure that he does things for fun.
What do you mean? Have you seen him comb his hair?
I think maybe that's his problem, is that he needs a hobby. Maybe.
No.
Maybe. What if Albert Wesker took up chess?
His hobby is being a terrorist and loving the Olive Garden.
You're right. They have unlimited breadsticks.
That's true.
And he will let you know that they must be unlimited.
They must be unlimited.
You cannot lie to him about it.
No. Oh, man.
What a callback.
It's real good. That's my Albert Wesker.
I mean, to be fair, like this Albert Wesker called Luis Lewis, so he would definitely be a fan of the Olive Garden. You can't convince me otherwise.
Look, when you're here, you're family. And
He's
you're
like
very white.
white man.
Yep.
Lewis.
Oh, man.
It's like you didn't even bother to learn this man's name, which, by the way, worth mentioning, Luis pulls off like this sweet dance at the beginning. I was like,
He does, yes.
Look at you go.
Got the moves.
I don't know why you're doing this, but I'm here for it. Go on. He's just entertaining himself.
A little funsy.
A little funsy.
But
It was a good time though.
Yeah, I had fun with it. It was nice to come back to this game and be like, hey, this game's still pretty dang good.
Still pretty dang good.
And it was neat to see like these new perspectives and everything. Because like I said, I think last week or when we first talked about this getting announced, like I hadn't played the original version of Separate Ways. So like all of this was pretty new to me. And just seeing like the different ways they were able to like show Ada's point of view and everything and connect it into the overall main story and all that sort of stuff was a fun time.
Yeah, see how she helps and doesn't help.
Mm-hmm. Secretly wondering why Leon has an eye patch.
I mean that's a solid question.
I mean, you do get to see Leon put his knife in his chest, and there's nothing there to hold it.
Correct.
And that was very fun to see again.
That's one of my favorite things was that when you put him in an alternate outfit, he's supposed to put his knife into the holster that he's got on his chest, but in the alternate outfits it's not there, so he just like has a floating knife that he like
stabs himself in the chest.
Little magnetic knife somehow onto his chest. He has magnetic pecs.
Got that magnetic nipple.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, let me just put this on my magnetic
Dink.
nipple real quick. Doink.
It's very good.
It's the funniest scene when he does that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
But yeah, Separate Ways is fun. It's a deal getting it for $10, I think, as well. So that's very nice. And hey, Resident Evil 4 Remake still a very good video game.
Very, very good video game. And if you haven't played it, it's spooky month and you should play it.
Mm-hmm.
What a good time to do it.
Yes.
And you might find some non-friend shaped fellas in there.
I think you'll find some very nice friend-shaped fellas in there.
And they'll go spiky on you and it's not fun.
They just
or
like
nice.
to... They have their own ways of showing friendship.
Their affection is stabbing you with sharp needles.
Hey, sometimes people got ways to show affection that are unique and, not the norm compared to most people.
It's not good. It's the worst kind of hug in the world.
Wow, that's so rude. Anyways, that's going to do it for us this week.
Bring back Agent.
Bring back Agent, remake Code Veronica.
Mainly remake Code Veronica. That's the
Yes.
big thing.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sec.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared and Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimecheckup.com. Buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early, and a whole wealth of bonus content as well.
Mm-hmm.
Next week will be next week.
Yay.
And we'll talk about something different.
Something.
Something.